fans a real like backstory, the mental, the mental aspect and all that type of stuff. So I was always like, I ain't gonna get too personal. I'm gonna just give them this right here. So now with this whole movement I got going, I'm ready to talk about some things.
Wow. Okay. There are so many things that's going on right now.
Right.
So it's almost like you don't know where to start. But I want to get up close and personal with you, and you seem like you good with that, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your early life.
Early childhood.
Yes.
Growing up in New Orleans, we ain't have a lot. Served sandwiches. Living in a project. The walls used to sweat. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
I know a lot of people don't even know what that is.
Yeah, like what is explain?
Yeah, the walls used to sweat. Like I don't know if it's the humidity or whatever the case may be, but the walls used to sweat in the house. We was in that thing, man. 5 kids, 2-3 bedroom. We packed. I was the youngest of the squad, so I caught the most flack. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's weird, and it'd be tough too. To watch your mama waiting that long line just to get like a brown paper bag of food, commodity. So I used to wait out there with her, cold, hot, whatever the case may be. I used to be in that line with my mom. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, that shit crazy. You know what I mean? But
right.
As a kid, I'm like, man, it's free food. Like, you get the box of cereal, the white box of cereal that just say cereal, the silver can of pork that just say pork with the pig on the can, the government cheese where you got to hold the other side of the knife to get a straight cut. Get the best grilled cheese. They ain't gonna lie to you, you know what I'm saying? But we got that. We was official for about 2 days. You know what I mean? But other than that, like, man, that was life, man. School, we had to grow up early when we went to school. You know what I mean? Like, Mama opened the door in the morning, and that's just New Orleans. Mama, we ain't have no yellow buses and none of that. So we had to catch the city bus. You 5, 6, 7 years old, you on the city bus with a pack of kids, or just you and your brother, you and whoever. You know what I'm saying? So that was us. We had to do that. So when she opened that door, she praying that you get to school and back. You know what I mean? So
right. Cause see, you come from Louisiana.
Right.
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 New Orleans.
Right.
Okay, so I mean, let us know. Like, I see the stories. Okay, It's a lot of crime out there. Right. It's a lot of killings. I mean, that's scary for the average person. For you to actually live there, were you fearful? Did you see some stuff? And if so, share some of the stuff that you seen.
My first memory of that, probably like 5, 6 years old. Sawed-off shotgun incident. Walking to school one morning, seen a lot of cops over there with the yellow tape. Seen the guy duct tape from the neck on down, took his shoes, tore his head off. You know what I'm saying? So, I've seen my share of dead, but I seen the top of somebody's head fall out, like dreads and everything. So when they picked his body up, so my experience with seeing dead bodies, I've seen a lot of them. I probably seen more dead bodies than I went to funerals. Yeah. Yeah.
And this is like at a young age.
You know that in New Orleans in 95, 94, 95, it was a murder capital. See, New Orleans, like...
You see, I remember that.
Yeah, and it's not big like Chicago is. See, Chicago it's bigger and widespread. New Orleans, it's a cluster. Everybody is on top of each other, basically. So, if you beefing with somebody, man, that's ball game for one of y'all, because y'all gonna see each other, because it's small. But you gonna stay inside all your life. That ain't about to happen, so y'all gonna see each other for sure. Like, it ain't no thing. It's gonna happen.
So, I mean, you can't get into the minds of everyone else, but what I never understood about that logic is, why is it that when you're out there, that's the mentality that they have, is to kill? If I got beef with you, why can't we talk that out? Why do they have that mentality already, to kill?
This is the thing. That's a good question. This is the thing. When you look at it, right, you got 2 dudes that's into it. They probably know each other, hitters or whatever. In your mind, he gonna come back and do me something. Regardless, even if you think it's squashed or whatever the case may be, in your mind, he gonna come back and do me something. So I need to get him before he get me. So if everybody had that mindset, it's always gonna be chaos. You know what I mean? So think about it. If you had that mindset, you ready to, man, look, better him than me, better her than me. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's easier to say it how you say it.
Right.
It makes sense. But in New Orleans, that's too much like right. Yeah.
Damn, because it's been times where I wanted to even go to the Mardi Gras, and people was like, you better know somebody from New Orleans. Do you don't think you coming from Houston and just go in unfamiliar territory?
See, well, New Orleans not like that though. Like, it's not like if I go down there, don't know nobody. Or, well, put it to you this way. If you're a tourist, the most dangerous place you could be is the French Quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, because all they're gonna do is like jack you, like pickpocket you or whatever.
That's what somebody said.
Yeah, they're gonna do that to you. Don't take no back street. Don't do no crazy stuff.
Okay.
Don't bring your purse and all that. Like, don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? You got people that make a living off of that.
Yeah.
So, but it ain't a thing of I'm gonna go down there for Mardi Gras. Oh, don't go down there to New Orleans. Nah, they don't know you. They're not gonna do you nothing. It be personal issues. It's always personal.
So
we're an emotional city.
Damn.
Very emotional.
Okay, so it gotta be. It's personal beef, so most of the time when you see the killings, it's personal beef.
The average killings from people that know each other. So, and that's in general. That's in the streets, period. Like, who wakes up and be like, hey, I'm gonna go kill the first guy with blue jeans on?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a backstory behind that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you look at New Orleans, whenever you hear that phrase, I feel played, that's one of the worst. That's like a death sentence.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
So you hear somebody
I feel
at a
played.
store, somebody about to get popped.
Yeah, it's an hour later. Yeah.
Whew, that's deep.
Yeah. You win a fist fight? Alright.
Man.
Yeah.
Woo, okay, so, you know, we talking about the rough streets, the street life. Let's talk about your parents, though, because most black men grow up, or some grow up without a father figure. You know? And they only have their mama that they look up to. How was it growing up with your parents? Did you have both of your parents?
Yeah and no. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course I lived with my mama and my grandma. But when it was time to see my daddy, I saw him. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't no, I wake up to my mama and daddy. But when it was time to see him, I saw him. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, he was a hustler, man. Like, you know, he had multiple talents and jobs and stuff like that. So, if I did something bad, you know, she threatened me with him. I'm gonna call you daddy. You know what I'm saying? So
you did have respect for your father, though.
Yeah, you would want to. The type of dude he was.
You better, right?
Yeah, it'll be bad for you. Yeah.
Damn. So tell us.
He ain't play no disrespect at all.
Tell us about your mom. Like, what type of personality did she have? Like, was she hard on y'all growing up, or easy to talk to?
My mama had 4 boys and 1 girl, so she tried to be tough on the boys. My mom, you know, she was a sweetheart, and I ain't gonna lie, sometimes she was too sweet, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just us being like, bruh, you gotta help everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's how she was. But you know, I mean, that was her life. That was her personality, who she was. And the crazy part is, if you ask anybody about my mama, everybody gonna tell you the exact same story. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, if I ever post her, look at the comments. You know what I'm saying? People tell you that, man, that was one of the sweetest ladies. People who barely knew her knew that. You know what I'm saying? You know, my dad was a cool guy, but he was kind of the opposite. You know what I'm saying? He went hard.
Okay.
Cool guy though. Cool guy.
Cool guy.
My partner. Yeah.
Wow. So I mean, I've learned a lot already. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go to a small music break, and we're gonna come back, because when I come back, I want to hop into this music. When you started rapping, what made you say, damn, I want to be a rapper? Like, I mean, we gotta talk about all that good stuff. So thanks for tuning in to the Miss Blue Radio Show. I am with Koc Go, rapper, actor, clothing designer, all that good stuff. Very talented young man. Y'all check us out. We're live back. Thank you for tuning in to the Miss Blue Radio Show, you guys. I have Koc Go in the building. How are you doing over there?
I'm good.
Man, so the first half of the video we were talking about of the interview, we were talking about your life and
Right.
and different your parents, you know how that was, and just the New Orleans swag, you know.
Right.
So now I want to talk about the rap side of you.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone has had a trigger why they picked up the pen and pad. I want to know, why did Koc Go decide to start rapping? What was that moment?
It was a build up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was built for it. I feel like I was born for it. Note that I used to go on tour with my parents. On a tour bus with my parents. They used to sing and travel and stuff like that. So they'd go to churches and tear it down. You know what I'm saying? So my daddy was a musician. My mom was a golden singer, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? My mom and my grandma and my auntie. So we used to go there, be on the bus, 10, 11 o'clock, come back 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And I didn't like it. It was gospel music. I was a kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but I will tell you this. I was big into R&B. And Tupac is my favorite. So that was around that time. I just used to listen to this, like, my grandma bought me a radio. And I had this big boom box CD player on top, tape deck at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be in my room. It was a room, a dining room. And outside the window was stairs to go upstairs to another house that my sister lived in. I used to be in there giving a concert every single day to myself.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I used to know how to do that. My sister, the only person that know that, right?
Okay.
Because one day she was walking upstairs, she looked at the window, she was like, what the
She saw you rapping to yourself?
She knocked me, she said, what the fuck you doing?
Oh shit, she done thought he went crazy.
I was like, man, move, man, he messing up the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So I used to look at my daddy, and I never told him this though. I used to look at him and seeing how he commanded a crowd with the guitar. Like, this dude didn't say, sometimes he wouldn't say a word, but he'll play, and people will, Holy Spirit here, get up, clap, go hard, as if he was saying words. Like, he was, man, a beast with the guitar. Everybody know him, knows that. So the thing was, Katrina hit. So note that my schooling, I was big in football. I mean, I was big on football. I never played basketball. I didn't like basketball. Coincidentally, my middle, elementary, and high school didn't have a football team.
Oh.
Right. I went to like a artsy middle elementary school, New Orleans Free School.
Okay.
So it was strictly on art. So they made learning fun. So we had to write essays and poems and all this and stuff like that. So when I went to high school, they didn't have no football team. So the thing was, I stopped writing because my high school didn't have all that. But after Katrina, my senior year, Katrina hit. I just picked up the composition notebook, got a pen, and I started writing poetry. You know what I'm saying? I wrote one. I messed around and wrote a poem called Passionate Abuse. Still one of my best because it's a story. Man, I'm in the hood around some gangsters, illegal activities everywhere. And man, like, I'm composition notebook, I'm writing poems. So dude was like, man, I'm gonna give you $20, read one for me. So I read one for him. He was like, dang, that shit crazy. So I was just the guy that walk around and read people poems. I'm reading old people poems and everything. Hey man, you got 5 minutes? Okay, cool. Well, let me read this to you. What you think? You know what I mean? So one day we in the house. My mom and them in New Orleans. We had a party in the house when he wasn't there. Man, all my partners, the liquor, all that, right?
Yeah.
So they had the CD. They had the laptop with the little headphones to plug in, with the mic to go around the mouth. They was recording off of that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So everybody knew I'm the biggest Tupac fan on the planet, I believe. You know what I mean? And so it was a setup. Man, they put a Tupac instrumental on. 2 of America's Most Wanted. They put that instrumental on, and everybody started looking at me like, I'm like, they're looking at, you know what I'm saying? They're rapping over there. It was like my partner, Duck, if you're listening, yeah. My partner, Duck, my partner, Josh, was like, man, look, you gonna write a poem, or you gonna write a rap today. Put that poem, put that poetry to the side, you gonna write a rap today, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, it's corny, ain't writing that. So I wrote a verse. You know what I'm saying? I wrote one verse. The whole house went crazy. Man, they printed it up on the CD, started letting everybody hear it. Man, Mark, like, this before I even had a rap name. know what I'm saying? So, you know, man, this dude, whoop. So I'm like, dang, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's like, yo, you nice. Like, I'm like, whatever. So I wrote another verse. It was like, bruh, I just kept doing it. Honestly, I didn't stop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, I got this. So when I did my first song by myself, I was like, you know what, man, I could do this. Like, I could do it. So, it's just the inspiration I got. Like, all of that growing up was in me.
Right.
And I just started letting it out. You know what I'm saying? So making complete songs went from that to songwriting for people, 2 #1 records, all kinds of stuff, man. Like traveling. Music actually started me traveling. I never really traveled until I started doing music. To Vegas, LA, stuff like that, Tennessee, these places. So I never really traveled. Atlanta a few times, and music actually did it for me. My mama hated it at first, you know what I mean? But
why do you think she hated it?
She was a gospel singer. And she
so
listened to what I was talking about. So guess what I do?
What would you do?
I made a positive song.
Okay.
I made a positive record and let her hear it. She was like, dang, like you really got a talent, bro. And she actually was like, my mama was selling my CDs, man. My mama had like 20 of my CDs. One day she came back and bought me like $200. I'm like, man, what that's for? My mama was selling my CDs in New Orleans when I was out there rapping. You know what I'm saying?
That's
my mama,
real.
Man,
that's real shit.
My mama was selling my CDs, bro. She was like, man, I want everybody to hear it. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Now, so we talk about your mom supporting music at first, kind of like, you know, but being a gospel singer, I could totally understand that. What about your dad? Did he support the fact that you rap? Did he like that?
Man, let me tell you this. My daddy was like, man, that's what you doing? Shit, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like he was, it wasn't nonchalant, but he was always chilled.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He was always chilled. So when I told him, it wasn't no argument, but it was a talk though. And he told me, like, the golden thing he told me, hey, if you don't earn it, don't take it. Straight up. Like,
that's real.
You don't earn it, don't take it. So, you know, in my heart, my daddy was a gangster. You know
he sounds like a gangster.
He was cool, but he'll get you right.
Like, was he like a gangster, like Godfather gangster? Like, what type? If he was a gangster, what type of gangster would you compare him to?
Oh man, whatever cool gangster out there that'll get on your ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I done seen him. He went hard a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't play behind his kids though.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you would definitely say that it was more so like, just not necessarily like a negative trigger point, but just somebody basically exposed you for writing music, sounds like, and then you let it out the, you know,
I let
the cat out the bag.
Yeah.
The hat.
And a few people like, I started him doing it. Doing it.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm like, nah. Like, nah, it happened in the house or whatever.
Whoa. So, were there, with, you know, coming from Louisiana, they had Hot Boys. Did those guys influence you with the music? No. Oh, so this was just like literally something in your heart. I like
that music, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like Juvenile and stuff like that. I mean, his hometown. So I had a love for it. But me, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, and to this day, I got like over 800 songs that I purchased in my phone. And out of 800, I could promise you this: 550 to 600 is R&B.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I just like Midnight Love and
who did love Midnight?
You know what I'm saying?
I used to sneak downstairs to watch Midnight Love. Okay,
you know what I mean? And I was that dude. Like, I was the weird guy in school with the CD player. Don't listen to his. He might have Prince in his. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, right. Prince had his.
Right. You know what I mean? So
just like Michael Jackson.
Right. You know what I mean? I was that type of dude, man. So, you know, but I was just influenced by music. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, even pop records and crossover songs and for a song called "Feels Good" by Sonique. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And that's what takes me high. Man, that song, oh my God, like, man, you gotta check it out if y'all ain't hear it.
Yeah.
But it's a 2003, 2004 type record, but yeah.
Okay.
I listen to all kinds of stuff.
Well, that's cool. I wanna go on a short music break and come back because the next thing I wanna talk about is post Katrina. That was oh my God, that was so deep. we'll just come back on that because I know that's going to be a lot. So thank you all for tuning in to the Miss Blue Radio Show. I got guest Koc Go in the building, y'all. It's going down. Radio's badass. Y'all know what it is. Hey, so thank you for tuning in to the Miss Blue Radio Show. I have guest Koc Go in the building, and we just been vibing and just talking about his life. He's filming a docuseries. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be a part of the docuseries, so I'm excited, and it's going to be aired on Roku. So I'm going to have to throw that out there. But so we came back from the break and we were talking about what inspired you to start rapping.
Right.
But now we're going to talk about post-Katrina. So let's talk about it. What was it like, during post-Katrina?
Well, I was there during Katrina. I didn't evacuate.
Okay.
So, my grandma said we ain't going nowhere, so you can't leave granny. So everybody had to stay. You know what I'm saying? We had an upstairs house. That shit made landfall from what I can remember, at like 4 or 5 in the morning, something like that. And man, I'll never forget. She sounded like a freight train outside, like your house shaking a little bit. I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. So, it's some bullshit, bro. I ain't about to even sit up here. I ain't about to front. I ain't about to lie. I ain't about none of that. Mm-hmm. Hurricanes don't mess up New Orleans, man. I don't know when the last time a hurricane really punished New Orleans like that. Not in my lifetime. Maybe somebody can say Betsy, but I heard the same shit happen for Katrina and Betsy.
So you had dealt with hurricanes and stuff. Y'all had dealt with hurricanes.
We dealt with hurricanes a good bit.
And nothing like that had
Hell no, that shit don't be happening like that. Like you get like little trees, a little roof damage here and that's the most you gonna get. But after Katrina hit, Katrina in the water was like 2 different incidences. Katrina was gone. We was outside chilling, riding bikes and shit. But the news gonna compress that shit.
Yeah, because Houston, we saw it, and it was just like
you think Katrina and water
flooded y'all. That was a wrap, and y'all, houses on the water. But you're saying that was not the case.
Man, I was there. You feel me? Katrina came and went. Ask yourself this question: when you seen a looting, right?
Right.
A lot of times you seen the looting wasn't even in water. A lot of times they showed the looting, it was before the water even got there. Now some people was looting in water. It's a million questions you can ask. Damn, how the French Quarters ain't get wiped out, but Canal Street getting punished. And Canal Street run to the French Quarters. Like this. You know what I'm saying? Canal Street, Bourbon Street. You know what I mean?
So not all of the city was.
No, all the city ain't flooded.
And see, that's the misconception. Right. Like I've been from there. Right. I'm thinking the whole entire city.
The areas that flooded.
It was a high percentage, but not
like
everything.
The worst areas in the city.
Yeah. The CBD, which
the Garden District, where all the billionaires and millionaires live, ain't getting no water.
Yeah,
Wait a minute, that didn't flood.
No, we stay in the Lower Garden District, behind the Garden District.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pay Man. That's why I'm a fan.
Yeah.
We grew from up the street from each other. Like you walk.
That's crazy.
Downtown
the rich
was fine. From the hood was Magazine Street.
Yeah.
In between Magazine and Chapatulas, you'll get your top peeled back. That's where I'm from.
Oh.
Yeah. You cross Magazine Street, you might get pulled over by the police from walking there if you don't look like you should be there.
That's harassment like a motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the whole city ain't flooded. Yeah, but, she did that. And the whole city, the city ain't the same now because of that.
Because of that. So you really think it was maliciously done?
Man, the people told us a barge hit the levees.
I remember hearing that.
The only barge I seen was Elder Barge or some shit like that, singing the song. It's the only barge I done seen since then. You know what I'm saying? When he made his return. But they said the barge hit the levees. I still did. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody send me drop a picture of the barge leaning in the levee. I've never seen it. You saw it? Mm-mm. I've never seen it.
I heard him talk about it. Spike Lee did a documentary when the levees broke.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they covered it. But it's like you said, there is a barge that was like in the middle of like land in New Orleans East or somewhere like that. But like you said, there's no evidence to prove that, you know, that it hit a levee, it hit.
Wow.
Watch this. Watch this. Let me tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put facts out there.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
For the people that's listening, no offense to nobody, we're going to use common sense. Do you know how much power that an object would have to literally break a levee? Even if a barge was to brush up on it, I don't think it'll be enough force to boom, like bust it through. I mean, maybe
unless
maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I did hear reports that the levees in New Orleans for years, I heard one guy in that same documentary said that the people of New Orleans was lied to because according to the Corps of Engineers and all the politicians, the levees were built to withstand like a Category 4. And it turned out they were actually built to withstand like a Category 2 at best. So if that's the truth, then that kind of makes sense. That,
but I will say this. Over time, New Orleans been hit by powerful hurricanes.
And just powerful storms in general.
They didn't break. They didn't break. But my thing is, you say a barge hit it. We don't see no barge. Okay, you try to put it back, you try to patch it back up, it breaks again. You know what I mean? So, it's funny. It's funny because, let's say if a barge did hit it.
Right.
That was the perfect opportunity for them. Because now, try to live in New Orleans, now you think Pearland high. Pearland got shit on New Orleans.
Oh, no.
Bruh, a shotgun house hitting you for damn near $500,000.
What?
Yes.
So.
Yes. You know what you can get Pearland or something for that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can get some small mansion for that. But, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's the new Orleans. Mm-hmm. That old culture is gone. I mean, a hint of it is there. But that old New Orleans, that real New Orleans, the essence, it's mainly gone. And it's scattered. Why do you think people love us so much everywhere we go?
Right.
Because New Orleans is a fantasy to a lot of people. A lot of people are afraid to go there. So when they meet somebody from there, they're going to ask a lot of questions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they would love to eat their cooking. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So stuff like that, because like, man, tell me about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got that a lot. Because a lot of people were so afraid to go there because of stigma or whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we got somebody from New Orleans. Why do you think New Orleans, when people who have New Orleans restaurants, a lot of them be so successful elsewhere? We hitting you with them flavors you can't get nowhere but down there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Very authentic.
Right. So, you know, that's where it's at. And it's just, you got to see it now like the botanical gardens, man. My neighborhood was one of the highest crime rated areas in the city. Anybody could look that up. If you don't believe it, it looks like the botanical gardens now. You know what I'm saying?
So why do you think, what would be like the main point? You think it was like a real estate thing? Like
gentrification at its finest.
You think that moved, and I'm just going to say it, you think that moved more black people out and more white people in?
Let me tell you this. New Orleans is surrounded by La Place, Chalmette, Slidell,
that's
the North Shore, all like Covington, Metairie, and all that.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
The West Bank. Those places is not Orleans. That's where a lot of New Orleans people are being pushed to. Like, okay, you gotta live in New Orleans. Y'all live in New Orleans East is cheaper that way, but the land is trash in the New Orleans East. To be honest with you, that's the Ninth Ward. Mm-hmm, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the land is not like shout out to the Ninth Ward, to the people, but the land itself.
It's been real.
You know what I mean? Like they flooding first probably. You know what I mean? So the thing is, man, to everybody across the damn world, man, you should not be afraid of the government. The government should be afraid of you. At the end of the day, I don't want to let nobody push me out of my home. Especially somebody that's not from there. Especially somebody that's not of the culture.
Right.
Like, dog, who are you? You raising rent? Think about it. Let's use this for an example. If every doctor in the country was to say, I'm not going to work tomorrow, unless you lower gas to 25 cents a gallon. What you think gonna happen by 12 midnight? You hear me? That shit.
Yeah.
Doctors, if you're listening, please. You know what I mean? You feel
They
me?
never
So
be with the program.
I'm telling you,
right.
but the thing is, like, what you afraid of? You got to fight for your home, man. Because what if they want to do it to the new area you moved in? You gonna move again? Either you gonna fight or you gonna keep running.
Yeah.
I'm tired of running. I'm not running no more, man. I mean, you know, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. I have that.
Right.
I have that mindset, which I'm not trying to leave here no time soon. But man, you ain't punking me out my home, though. That's dead.
I mean, I totally feel that.
That shit dead, man.
So with that going on, you and like many moved to Houston. Let me ask you this: did you move to Houston after that?
Mm-mm.
After the flood? Oh no! So you had came before the flood?
Houston?
Yeah. When
Nah,
you moved?
I only been here 2 years now.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I only been here 2 years. Houston, man, I was back and forth from New Orleans to the Miss Lou area. Shout out to my people out there. To back to New Orleans to Baton Rouge and New Orleans again. And up until like 2 years, 2.5 years ago, I moved to Houston. I had to. God told me to move, so I bounced. You hear me?
Okay, so if God, or when God tell you to move, you definitely can't ask no questions.
Yeah.
You got to go.
I
So
bounced. I had to.
okay. And so, look, we're looking like, you know, the conversation changes
But I
then.
had church in this thing.
Right, yeah. Hey, man. I can hear my mama say, you better stop playing with the Lord. My mama was a pastor too growing up, so.
God got a sense of humor.
I already know, yes.
You know.
So I'm not trying to play with the man upstairs. I'm just saying. Right. When you moved to Houston though, and because you've only been out here 2 years, that's not a very long time. How has that been? Like, what would you say the culture is out here in Houston, my city? What would you say is
the culture?
Yeah, like how do you think the culture has been in like dealing with the people out here?
Oh, the people out here. I will say this though, the people out here are hella helpful. Man, they are hella helpful. For the ones that I met, and I'm saying that compared to a lot of other places I've been to.
Okay.
So, the independent route, people, the mindsets of people out here is like, man, look, if I could do it on my own, I'm gonna do it on my own. Cause look at what Houston is surrounded with. In New Orleans, we don't have no Bentley and Rolls Royce dealership. We don't have all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much inspiration out here. It makes you be like, man, look, do shit on my own, man. Like I want that. You know what I'm saying? So, I will say this: the weirdest thing I ever seen in Houston. I was riding down Cullen, and I seen like 7 people riding on horses down the street. I'm like, man, what's going on?
Right.
We see horses in the street in New Orleans. It's Mardi Gras time. We getting out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
so I was like, oh no, I can't. I don't do no animals bigger than me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when I tell you, man, when I seen, I'm like, oh man, what is this? You know what I mean? So, but the culture, I like the food. The barbecue is pretty good. The only thing I don't like about Houston is when they trying to do the New Orleans cuisine. So I'd be like, man, y'all gotta stop.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that
shit,
either.
Bro. Let us have that. Bro.
I don't like because my mama took me to this thing, authentic Louisiana food, a taste of New Orleans, New Orleans, and I went right up to the person and I was like, y'all not from New Orleans.
Right.
I said, I need y'all to stop saying that.
I learned this in LA. I was in LA, of course, working on a record which became #1.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, we were so excited. I'm like, man, he's what's to eat. You know, we've been in the studio for 2 days straight. So the first place I see is Louisiana something. Man, I went in there, got a little gumbo, a little chicken. That shit was trash, right? So the dude, one of the dudes, the busboy or something, he happened to be from Louisiana.
Oh.
And this dude told me, said, hey, I could have told you that when you walked in here. He said, listen, whenever you out of town, never eat at a place that has the name of another place as its name. Never do that. So if you're not Louisiana, don't eat Louisiana anything. I was in New York and I ate Dallas barbecue.
Wait a minute. You was in New York.
There's a place called Dallas
and
barbecue.
And you ate some Dallas?
There's a place called Dallas barbecue.
That shit don't sound right at all.
It ain't Dallas
How did
barbecue.
that shit say? How
wasn't
did it
nothing
taste?
like Texas. As far as Texas as you can get. You know
What
what I'm saying?
the hell?
Yeah, it wasn't nothing like Texas.
That's
I'm gonna
just-
tell you this: it wasn't bad, but it wasn't Texas.
I can't believe.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just that. Yeah, that's too much.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't
But
Texas.
that's
It wasn't Texas.
yeah. I don't. Yeah.
You taste that Texas barbecue, you can't go back.
So let's do a short recap.
Right.
I asked what the culture was, the difference between New Orleans. I said it right. New Orleans and Houston. And you say when you came to Houston, you ain't really never seen nobody just riding no horse just because. And that's what we do out here.
Right.
Like, so, but other than that, like, how was the support system out here? Like,
Man.
yeah, like, how was that?
Now see that part right there. I've done more out here in 2 years than I've done 10 years back home. I've done more in 2 years.
Then that's positive.
I've met more people that got me places in 2 years than I have done. I didn't know I was going to be an actor at all. That wasn't even on the agenda. I went to the first thing I did down here was went to your movie.
Oh yeah, you know
Pipe
what?
Dreams.
Yeah, Pipe Dreams. Yes.
I went home. I drove home tripping. I'm like, fuck, like I ain't never know she was an actress. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in like a serious actress too. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, hold on. And I ain't gonna lie to you though. Like, I'm the type of person. You can outdo me. You can do all that, but I'm still gonna be in the race. I'm not gonna ever stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when I saw that, I was like, oh man, this what they doing? Like, you know what? I want to try that too. But when I said it, I just said I want to try acting, and I left it alone. I didn't pursue it then until I met certain people. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, call you, ask you for advice about certain things and stuff like that. But man, like, I'm just happy that man. I was told that a great fisherman go where the fish is biting, and it's biting out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, biting good as hell. You know what I mean? So all kinds of things, and man, I'm thankful for it. You know, especially by you being out here. Like, you already know the landscape and everything. So that's the biggest plus for me. Period. You know what I mean? So, you know, damn, like, it's like a dream come true.
Damn.
Yeah.
This like one of them speeches that you give when you win an award. You know what I'm saying? This was some real shit.
Yeah.
Damn, like, I feel good because this is my city. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm born and raised.
I get a lot of support, but now at this point, I will say 80% of my support comes from Houston.
I'm not mad at you.
Like 80%.
And you know what? We always have had that Southern hospitality with other people. I don't know. We ain't that nice to each other. Sometimes we are right. You got you got people that support and stuff like that. I will say that, but I definitely say what I love about Houston. It is a grinding ass, hustling ass city.
You know what?
You're gonna be inspired to hustle.
That is the God honest truth.
That you gonna be inspired.
This is what I will say about Houston, Texas. Now we gonna be all the way 100. We're gonna keep it real, and I'm trying to make some people from Houston mad. I don't even care.
Oh shit.
Houston, Texas is really a part of Louisiana.
Okay.
If I'm lying, I'm flying.
How so?
The average person from Houston, either them, their mama, or their grandma came from Louisiana.
Mine.
Now, if I'm lying, look, and there's probably about 70% of the people here, especially black people.
Nah, you
know what I'm saying?
Like,
right
my people from Louisiana.
I'm telling you.
So
it's Houston, Louisiana, man.
I agree with you. I'm gonna let you make it on that one because I rock with Louisiana a long way.
Yeah.
Dallas too. So Louisiana for sure. Yeah. I totally agree. So that move was obviously a life-changing experience, and I'm glad that it's going good for you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about let's just do it. Let's talk about anxiety.
Ooh.
Let's talk about that. First off, you have a song that's playing on Blue Spotlight Radio, and it's nonstop rotation.
Right.
And every time someone that I know catches the song and hear it, they stop and listen to it.
Right.
Let's talk about it. Do you have anxiety?
Hell yeah.
Wait, I wasn't trying to.
Hell yeah, I got that shit bad. You hear me?
I was trying to be so serious when I asked you this. I say, do you have anxiety? You say, hell yeah, goddamn it, I got anxiety too. But like on a serious note,
yeah.
what have you done to stop the triggers of anxiety? What are some of the things that you do? When did you find out that you had anxiety?
Man, it's been a while. Just growing up in New Orleans, you just see a lot of ish. You know what I'm saying? Damn, it's been a while. I'm not gonna lie, that shit touching too. It's been a while because my support system with anxiety was my mama. And now my mama dead. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it ran in my family. It runs in my family deep. Like my grown have it bad. My auntie have it bad. Cousins have it bad. Like they got it worse than me. You know what I'm saying? I got it bad, but I'm better off, shall I say.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
right.
When I tell you like that shit, man, that shit crazy. But just to listen to my daddy talk, I used to be like, man, you tripping. Like, you just too easy going. Like, how the hell you so worry free? Like, you lying to me or something. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, tripping on nothing. Like, you know, my daddy like, bro, I ain't worried about nothing. What you worried about stuff for? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And what happens is, it comes in different forms. When you conquer it in this aspect, it'll hit you in another aspect. You know what I mean? So some people call it panic attacks. So I had a couple of them too. That shit was crazy. So the thing is, even with the streets, I'm like, bruh, I got anxiety. Anxiety is a feeling of uncertainty. Mm. So if I got anxiety, man, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm not certain of what you gonna do, what we talked about in New Orleans.
Pop.
Nah.
I don't want to go to New Orleans because I ain't trying to get popped.
The thing is, like, when you mix that mentality with anxiety, it's not good. You know what I'm saying? It's not good, man. And so I just want like, I don't have an enemy. I've never had an enemy. I don't even want to have an enemy. I don't even know how to feel to have one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that, I just be so cool, calm, and collective. But with anxiety, like, my kids go to daycare. That shit be messing with me, man. I be like, bruh, what they doing to my kids? Like, I be, when you see, like, certain things happen to other people's kids in daycare, you'll start bugging. What's happening, y'all? You know what I'm saying? You'll start bugging like, bruh, I hope ain't nobody playing with my children. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, man. Like, we calling to see what my kids doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? See, like, it's a feeling of not being in control.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Ms. Blue Radio Show. I just appreciate everybody that was tuned in. We have Koc Go in the building.
Yeah.
And we talked about, oh my God, we talked about some really good things tonight. And we also you're filming your docuseries. Yeah. So this was like the main reason for even doing this. And we're also going to air it on Roku.
Right.
So that's going to be so I'm going to y'all to check that out. If you missed the whole interview, you can check it out on Roku. So let's talk about the state of black people in America. Mm-hmm. Go off.
Oh man. I'm gonna tell you this. Like, my grandma is 89, 88, something like that. Talking to her about some things. My grandma picked cotton. Right, in northern Louisiana. My grandma picked cotton before she moved to New Orleans. I guess she got tired of that ish. You know what I'm saying? So my grandma picked cotton. And I will say this, like, especially the millennials, the 80s babies, shout out to them. Mm-hmm. We have literally seen damn near everything it is to see. Like, we seeing the world make a whole turn. Like, the state of blacks in America, let me tell you this, we are defending so many borders as blacks. We defending racism, inequality, even our own, to tell you the truth. Because we still getting busy when it comes to each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, in order for us to get where we have to go, a lot of us can't take that ride. Because a lot of us are destructive. And a lot of us will destroy our own fast. Even if we listen to, you could hear it all the time. Like, let me tell you this, man. Shout out to a lot of rappers and rappers that go hard and speak their truth. But I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of them, I don't think a lot of them dudes was in English class, bro. Cause they'll sit up and be like, hey, I'm gonna get this kind of gun and make killing each other sound so magnificent. But then when you ask them about it, they be like, hey, I'm just rapping about what I see. Well, nigga, you said you ain't say you seen it. You said you did it.
Right.
So am I tripping? Am I tripping? You said you're doing it. But when they ask you about it, oh, I'm just rapping about what I see. Well, say you seen it. Oh, but that's snitching. Right?
Right.
So you gonna snitch on yourself? You know, if you said you did it. So either way the cut go, you would be snitching. I don't know a real killer in the world would actually do that. Man, I'm about to go make a song about it exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. They got him out there, but I don't know him. So my thing is, when you listen to that, that's white supremacy. Because when you hear, I'm going to get a gun and go gun down a nigga. Imagine 1940, what they were saying in them backwoods before they got them trucks.
Yeah, they were saying that.
They were saying the exact same thing. Mm-hmm. We're going to take this shotgun and we're going to go kill some niggas.
Yeah. That's
with us. Now with them, it's a sickness. You better than me because of the color of your skin? You know how stupid you sound? Well, let's go stand in the sun for an hour.
Hey.
You want me to lie? Tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's real.
I'm coming out that thing glossing. You might be looking like bacon, bruh.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's speak facts on it. Like, we have so many borders. They have some beautiful white people on this planet, man. They got some white people that help you before your own people will.
Right.
They got some beautiful black folks on this planet. Everybody black, not thugs. Everybody black, not this. Everybody black, not that. Because if that's the case, like, well, we can say everybody white racist. Like, we can always throw something back at them. A lot of them want us to forget what happened to us, but remember what happened to them when we didn't even have dogs in them fights. Remember the Alamo. Mm-hmm. We didn't have a dog in that fight, but you want us to forget slavery that was going on around the same time last time I checked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of nonsense. This is America. This is 2020. Other countries looking like, dog, y'all still going through that stupid ass shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, like what the hell? Like, y'all still, like, for real? So look at the stupidity of it. It's 2020 and we still fighting for equality. To all my white people out there, the ones that's cool, if you're not standing up for what's right, then you wrong too. Straight up. If you ain't standing up for what's right, you in that same category as the blacks that kill each other. Putting all y'all in that same category because you have blacks that's trying to move forward. And don't be cool with us behind closed doors, and in public, you're not. My best friend is black. What's his name? Stop it. Stop it. Just say Tyrone, bro. They'll believe it. You feel me? You feel me? Just say Tyrone. They gonna believe you, man. You know what I mean? But come on, man. Like, America is built off of some fake shit, bro. Like, America is ran now off of some fake shit.
Yeah.
You can't even speak your mind, they getting mad at you. You can't even disagree with something, they get mad at you. They trying to sway your mind. All they trying to do is control how you think.
Mind programming.
Right. If you say, oh, I don't like that, I don't stand for that. Oh, well, you're...
Yeah, like Colin.
Man, for real. You know what I mean? So that's where, like, that's what we are. We better off now than what we was. We way better off. More people are woke. Mm-hmm. More people are brave. You know what I'm saying? We better off now. We just have to keep it going. Because look like to me, they trying to put up their last fight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. They going down swinging, you hear me? But bruh, at the end of the day, man, like, all that shit gonna come to an end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All of it. We human. Why you think God put all of us here at the same time? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We're all here at the same time, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, it's nonsense. We're not trying to take nothing away from y'all. y'all don't have to give us shit. We ain't asking for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We can get on our own. Just get your foot off our necks.
Literally.
If not, you ain't gonna like it when we remove your foot. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. Like, you just, common sense to tell you cannot do the same thing to people and expect the same result. That's insanity.
Right.
Come on, man. Like, just looking at all that from slavery to the Willie Lynch letter, you know what I'm saying, to Jim Crow and all that. Every black person in America should be like, you know what? Let's stop thinking about the what and start thinking about the why. Why did they have us like this? Is it something that they don't want us to know about ourselves? Now we're waking up now and starting to see, oh damn, okay, we is the ish. And that's what we gotta live by that. Brothers, we gotta stop killing each other like that, man. Like, which I know every race do it. I'm not talking about them, I'm talking about us. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about them. I ain't got a dog in that fight. You know what I mean? So I'm talking about us, man. Like, we gotta stop because we're quicker to do everything bad to each other before we do it to somebody else. I don't condone violence or any of that, but this is facts. We gotta stop it, bro. Like, why are we so mad? Why we always mad? Why we just hate each other so much like that? But then you have some beautiful black people on the front lines when you're supposed to be gangsta ass, supposed to be out there being a gangster for real, but you ain't trying to go do none of that there.
Yeah.
But you'll be a gangster with your own though. Stop it, man. Stop it. You're a sucker, bro. Calm down, man.
Systematic brainwashing.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And we could talk about that
Yeah.
for so long. But no, I mean, that was a real outlook and some real shit, you know what I'm saying? And every time you come on the show, you always spreading that knowledge, you know what I'm saying? It's very important, I think, for you to use your platform to also talk to people about shit that's going on and real issues, and you are that artist, you do that. And we got to get ready to get up out of here because Ish got the Unrestricted podcast coming up next. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to him. It's getting ready to go down. But this is going to be airing on Roku. So if you missed the full interview, you will be able to actually see the entire interview. And this is just not the end. He's actually doing a docuseries, and this is just not so much minor, but this is just a part of it. I'm glad that, we could do this exclusively, but you got a lot of stuff. You got the clothing line? Yeah, the clothing line. I got a new one coming. Okay. Well, I might as well just spill the beans on that right now. The anxiety experience. Got that coming real soon. Cloud9 doing this thing, of course. The music video to Anxiety gonna be crazy. Okay. Gonna be crazy. I'm gonna make history with it. I wanna be the first person to do something. You know what I'm saying? So I got my leading actress right here. Hey. We gonna do it. It's gonna be nice. We're gonna touch on HIV, the spread of HIV. We're gonna touch on anxiety. We'll touch on suicide. All that in that video. So I want that video to be, and you're gonna see us inspired by the Twilight Zone. I'm a big Twilight Zone fan. So I'm inspired by the Twilight Zone. We gonna go hard with it though. I got a lot of stuff coming. Stage play. Can't forget about The Good Girl. I'm currently auditioning for a movie role. Hopefully I get that. Keep my fingers crossed. Netflix. All kinds of stuff, man. O'Shea. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff right there. So I ain't trying to forget nobody. And shout out to my peoples, man. Let's do anything. And where can people find you on social media? Instagram at Koc Go. Everything Koc Go, technically. You know what I'm saying? Snapchat, Cloud9, Koc. So that's where you can find me at. All right. So once again, everybody, I got Koc Go in the building. We are getting ready to wrap up the Miss Blue Radio Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. The only one said I never let a